So I will go with some basic things that actually need to know if you are going for the DMC. So first, actually, I will go for the DMC introduction. So now, actually,
Mhm.
the DMC has been changed to DM. Okay,
Okay.
digital manufacturing. Earlier, the name was the Digital Manufacturing on Cloud. Okay, so now actually they have just renamed it that DM, Digital Manufacturing.
Mm. Okay.
And there is a what is the features and benefits for the this particular application, and what are option for extending this application. It means this is a SaaS application. So and
Oh,
any application that you see in a market that definitely needs some extension, right? It means that can be
yeah. Right.
uh, extended to capture the manufacturing process or the requirements by the client. Uh, what is the DMC licensing model? How actually the licensing model works for the DMC? What all together you will be getting in one license? So that we'll also discuss. And then actually a DMC integration architecture also will understand how a DMC is connected with a different system.
Mhm.
So DMC, that is a digital manufacturing, is a SaaS application from SAP, and that is mainly used for controlling and executing a manufacturing process on the floor. So you
Ah.
can say that DMC is a MES application from SAP, and that is a SaaS application. So this is a software as a service they are providing a SaaS application that you can do your configuration according to the requirements, and you can use this software.
Okay. And
This
why some people say this is the evolution for MII is like that or not?
comes again. Uh,
Some people says DMC is the evolution of SAP MII. That is fine. That is right or not?
Actually, we cannot say completely that DMC is it means similar to the SAP MII, but you can say that DMC is very similar to SAP ME. Okay,
Mm.
and MI part is also included there for integration. MI is mainly used for the integration, right? Integration and building the intelligence on
Ah,
the
yes. Yeah.
so here they have also provided one component that actually you can see there's a production process designer. Okay,
Yeah.
so production process designer is also a part of DMC, and here actually you can write some extension. Okay, it means suppose there is a business process where you want some controlling. Okay,
Mm.
it means you want to start a particular operation, and you want to do some other thing as well. You want to send some data to the third party system. So
Mm.
by using that a production process, you can create your own production process, and production process is nothing but you are writing some logic there, and that
Mm.
logic will be executed. The same thing you are doing in a MI also, but it is they try to it means build the same thing in a not this is not completely the same thing, but this is also the development drag and drop development. It means this is a
Mm.
graphical user interface there you can create your flow. Okay.
Mm.
So
For me, it's very interesting. For me, what happened? For example, what is my experience? Okay,
mhm,
I am SAP, and I am SAP mainly SAP plant maintenance consultant. Okay,
okay.
but I know a lot of things about I don't know UI5, uh, Fiori, ABAP, and other technical things. And also, I know about some SaaS, other SaaS solutions like
Mhm.
SAP Asset Management, whatever.
Yeah.
And my focus of this I don't know this word about SAP plant maintenance in the different way. It's very interesting, this part of the MII or DMC, this part of the design, the flow, I don't know, the production or the flow of the data from the sensor with, I don't know, with the sensor, with to design to design the flow, the production flow. I think so. So this is very interesting for me, or very interesting for me, that that part of the I don't know, the of the DMC, right? It's very for
Yeah,
me.
so that
It's
that
mhm.
actually comes that actually you are going for the Pico integration if you have a Pico system, okay?
Yes,
Plant
I know.
connectivity.
I also have experience about plant connectivity, because in another solution, SAP Asset Management, uh, I am I am doing, or I am the responsible for the SAP plant connectivity part side, right?
Okay.
Then that part of the DMC for me is very good to, I don't know, in the discourse, that would be nice, very good to put focus right in that part also, right?
Yeah, but actually for that, actually the system, I don't think that in SAP demo system they are providing Pico or not.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, right,
That's
yeah,
that's the main thing. But I will tell you the concept, okay? Everything that
yes,
have
yeah,
actually. So Pico might be on your on premise. So actually you need to connect it
yeah.
through
No,
connector
the
and then
concept of the I it's good to know the concept of the design of
yeah,
the drag
right.
and drop designer, whatever, right?
Yeah, that I will tell you.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So SAP or DM, earlier DMC and now it is DM, contains some components, that is the major components, and together it's build digital manufacturing. Okay.
Hmm.
So then
Yeah.
the one part is the execution, that is where you are performing your operations. It means starting, completing operation, assembling components or parts. So these all things are coming into the execution. Inside, it means some basic reports that actually you are generating on based of your execution data. So that's comes under the insight. So all these are there in a DMC itself, but just it is categorized that this is the capability also available with the DMC.
Mm.
Okay. There is a pod designer is also a component where you can design your production operator dashboard. So production operator dashboard is nothing but a screen that is mainly used by your plant floor person like a supervisor or the operators who is working day by day on the floor. So they are
Mm.
using production operator dashboards where they can record their time or they can start operation, they can complete the operation, they can assembly, they can uh, perform their work and they can update their work data through this production operator dashboard to DMC.
Mm. Yeah.
And there is a resource orchestration. So on the resource orchestration, actually you can assign a particular a resource to the operation. You can do the scheduling for the resources.
Mm.
Okay, and accordingly you can use. Production process designer is nothing but there you can write your custom logic, custom flow, and that actually you can attach into the main process.
Mm.
So that particular logic will be executed on a particular event that will be generated through the pod, or that might be called through the Pico event. As you were saying, that if the tag particular sensor value gets changed, a particular production process can also be called,
Mm. Okay.
and particular logic can be invoked at that time.
Mm. Okay.
A production there's a connectivity model. It means that is the how actually the production connectivity. It's mainly used for the your shop floor connection, like a Pico. Okay, suppose you
Mm.
are connecting to the Pico, or now actually they have renamed it that something plant connector. Okay,
Mm.
so this is another product from the SAP. So that is also working very similar to the Pico. Okay, so if you know the Pico, that I think the plant connector is also similar to that.
Mm.
And there is a AI ML scenario management. This is also they have given an ability that you can connect a DMC with the AI and machine learning scenario as well.
Okay.
So these are the major components that actually comes with the DMC. Okay,
Yeah.
and here I can just I'm going a very high level of the features that actually it's provides. So it is the out of box integration with S4 HANA, or you can say the ERP system. So ERP system or S4 HANA integration, it provides through CPI. So in
Mm.
between there is a CPI, so S4 HANA and DMC will be connected together through CPI. So already there are different iFlow has been developed and deployed by SAP,
Mm.
and for DMC and S4 HANA integration. So there is nothing need to be done at the CPI level unless and
Mm.
until that is something is required uh, to change there. It means you are doing some custom IDOC in S4 side. So in that case, actually the IDOC
Mm.
message name will be changed, right? And that time actually it will not find anything on the CPI. So at that point of time, some CPI person is required to uh,
And
copy that. Mhm.
why
Yeah, go ahead.
I know a little bit. I know about the integration suite. Maybe
Mhm.
in what why is DMC is using iDoc and not other technology like or data service, whatever? You know why?
So,
What is the
so
restriction? Mm.
ERP or S4 HANA, you can say that is the a planning system, right? Where
Yeah,
actually you are doing your planning. It means you are generating your production order. You have uh, materials created there.
yeah.
Okay, or I can say the master data has been created. On top of that, you are doing a planning, and then you are creating your production order for further execution to the floor, right? So what happens in DMC, there should be the same material and the production order to be executed. Okay, so either you can create all the material that you have in a S4 HANA in DMC manually, and manually you are creating the order in DMC. That is also possible, that if you are using a standalone system like that. If you are
Mm.
already integrated with S4 HANA, so once you have created the material master in S4 HANA, so why need to be created again in DMC? So better solution is just integrate it and download that material directly into DMC. Okay. So
Mm.
that master data or production order that you are creating in S4 HANA, that can be downloaded in DMC. And for that, actually, this communication happens through IDOC. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm.
whenever you are transferring one material from S/4HANA to DMC, so there is a message type matmas. You might have heard, right? So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
matmas IDOC gets generated, and that particular matmas IDOC get transmitted to a DMC through CPI. Okay,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then that material also gets created in DMC level. So you don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to do the same work two times because you are already managing the master data in ERP. Already you are planning, you are performing your planning in ERP. So output of the planning is that the production or process order that will also be downloaded, and all the master data will also be downloaded in DMC.
Mm.
So for that, actually, your SAP is using that CPI, uh, and through that, it's getting downloaded in and updated in DMC. And
Mm.
that's the reason actually this is the out of box integration. Why actually SAP says that out of box integration? The reason only is that they have created all the iFlows or the packages that is required for DMC integration, and they have deployed already as a standard. Okay.
Yeah.
You can build your own as well, but actually SAP is providing its a complete integration packages. So for that, the reason SAP is saying that this is the out-of-box integration we are
Mm.
providing to SAP DMC. So you don't have to do anything unless and until some modification is needed in a standard.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a real-time manufacturing insight in a root cause analysis. The meaning is that you can do the you can see the real-time reports there. There are multiple reports available.
Mm.
So you are doing your manufacturing process, your operator is working. So you can anytime you can check how many SFCs nothing but a product has been manufactured, or where what is the status of the different product in a real time. And if
Mm.
it is the delay or something, you can also find the root cause where actually it is uh, delaying. So all that reports also available that you can see in a DMC,
Okay.
and that will all be the real-time report. So, and another is that resource orchestration that actually known as the RIO, scheduling tool for scheduling resource and labor and tools. So these tools actually they have provided in a DMC, the new feature that through that you can schedule the resources when this what is scheduling the resources according to a capacity, and then you can also schedule the labor, which labor will work on which resources and
Mm.
operations, and which tool will be used for a particular resource. So or the operation. So that also you can do the scheduling through Rio.
Yeah, but that scheduling resource is for the production orders or not? Or the
Yeah,
resources
production
in.
order you can say
Uh,
the for the production orders,
uh,
operations, and what are resources in the production
okay.
you are going to use.
Yes, understand.
Yeah, because DMC is mainly for the production. Okay.
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paperless production using intuitive user interface of production operator and supervisor. So the mainly that actually I was telling here that there is a pod designer, right? So this pod designer you can use, and you can build your own production operator dashboard according to your requirement, and that is completely developed in UI5, and look and feel wise, and even usability wise, uh, that is very easy to use by the operator. Okay,
Mm.
it will show you only what operation need to be done by the operator, so it will not even confuse to the operator that there are multiple buttons are there, but actually it will show only whatever you need. Okay. There is automatic data collection and machine automation using the production process and plant connectivity. So if you are using the production a plant connector or plant connectivity, So in that case, you can automate a data collection as well. Suppose you want to capture the speed of the machine at which the production is going to
Mm.
be performed. So at if your machine has been integrated, so through Pico, you can capture the temperature also at that particular time, and you
Yeah.
can and that temperature you can attach with your product that you are manufacturing. So anytime anything happen, so
Mm.
or a speed also, or even the environment in which you are doing the manufacturing, that temperature, pressure, whatever uh, standard parameters that you have to maintain, that you can capture here. And anytime you can see that data.
Mm.
So there are
Yeah.
many products that gets manufactured that required some parameter need to be maintained, right? So that parameter also you can connect manually, or even you can connect through
Mm.
machine integration. So in a manual collection, there might be uh, the operator is uh, doing the input some wrong data also, then you don't have any control, right? But actually through machine, it will come only the data that is machine is generating.
Mm.
So here actually you can say the design and dynamically control manufacturing shop floor activity enabling a smart factory. So actually you can also say that by using the DMC actually you can build your factory as a smart factory.
Mm.
And also there is a cross plant um, analytics also available, that actually you can like OE loss analysis. So that also you can see as a report in DMC.
Mm.
For each of the product that you are manufacturing, there is a product genealogy gets created. It means what all operations has been performed for this particular product, who has done it, what all components, and what is the serial number that has been assembled here. So tomorrow anything happens with this product and it is coming from customer side that there is a fault in this product. So you can find it out that okay, this is the component that is not working and what is the serial number and who is the vendor for this, right? So if
Mm.
that is in warranty, actually you can contact with the particular vendor and you can replace that part. So that complete genealogy gets created.
Mm. Okay.
And there is a configurable production operator dashboard. So this is whatever the dashboards available for the operator or supervisor, that is completely configurable.
Mm.
You
Interesting.
can configure according to your requirement. Already some standard dashboards has been provided by SAP, but if you want to do the modification, so you don't have to write a single line of code. You just need to do the configuration and uh, dashboard will be changed. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have any question, any doubt, anytime, you can. Uh,
No, I am fine.
so here type of extensibility for DMC. Actually, what all types that's there by which we can extend the DMC. Okay. So one is the business process extension that actually it is inside DMC itself. This is a part of the DMC where you can write some of the logic and you can execute at a particular event.
Mm.
So this is the one way actually you can extend the DMC application according to the requirements and you can fulfill your client requirements. Another is that UI and non-UI extension. If you want that there is a user interface, right? Suppose there is a DMC, it's it
Mm.
whatever it's providing in a user interface, the tiles. If you need that, okay, I don't need it. I want that to build as a custom or whatever your requirement is not matching with the standard one. So in that, even after the configuration, it's not matching. So in that case, you can go for the EY extension. And that EY extension you need to build on BTP, okay,
Mm.
Business Technology Platform. And
Yes.
there you need to build it and deploy it. And then you have to register it with the DMC, that particular deployed application. And then you can use that particular created UI. So you can use their UI5 to build it, and then you can use that user interface inside your DMC.
Mm.
So this is
Okay.
if there is a UI extension is needed. If there is a AI/ML extension is also needed, so that also you can do it at the BTP, because BTP also provide the artificial intelligence machine learning platform. There you can build your own model, and that model also you can use into the DMC.
Mm.
So these all are the options that you can use for DMC extensions. So whenever the extensions comes into existence, when some functionality that is needed and that is not available in a DMC as a standard product. So
Mm.
in that case, you are going for the extensions.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So now I'm coming to the DMC licensing part, how actually it works. So you can
Mm.
see on the very top, I just build this screen to understand it. There is a business technology platform, because DMC or DM also comes under the BTP only, because this is the BTP platform. Through that only you do the subscription for a particular application. Okay.
Mm.
So DMC is a SaaS application. So this SaaS application, you need to subscribe it, and there is a
Mm.
cost associated with that. If you have subscribed it, from where you will subscribe it, you should have a BTP global account. Okay.
Mm.
So from BTP itself, they will get that a digital manufacturing cloud subscription. You have to subscribe it. And
Mm.
so your digital manufacturing cloud is coming under a BTP cloud platform. So handling whatever the roles assignment to the user and all everything, you need to do it from the BTP itself. And that a particular user, what are roles had been assigned to a particular user, what particular tiles they can access. So there are different type of roles available, like administrator, supervisor, operator. So all these roles actually you can assign through the BTP, identity management.
Mm.
Inside that you can see there is a digital manufacturing. So this is the digital manufacturing, and this digital manufacturing, you can see there's a digital manufacturing inside DMCI actually, we used to say, and there is a resource orchestration, a RIO. So if you are taking the license for a DMCE, that is digital manufacturing for execution, so that is known
Mhm.
as DMCE. Okay, DMC, Digital Manufacturing Cloud for execution. So it's consists the RIO as well as the DMCI. Okay, and there
Right.
is a, but the thing is that in the DMCE, it will include DMCI, RIO, edge component. Edge component is nothing but actually the, you can say there is a Pico or there is a plant connectors, all these things.
Mm.
And another way also you can take a license, like if you want that you can take a separate DMC inside license as well, if you are only interested in the reporting and analytics. So in that case, actually you can also go for only DMCI, digital manufacturing insight. And if you want only RIO, It means so only Rio, who is taking only Rio? Only Rio actually the person who takes, they have already SAP ME on available on their own premises. Okay,
Mm.
and they want to use this feature like resource orchestration, and that is not available in SAP ME right now. So if you
Mm.
want to use this feature, you can subscribe to this itself, only the Rio, and you can manage your own premise SAP ME, and you can use the feature resource orchestration.
And
Okay.
and DMC is can can works without, for example, for HANA, for example, without connection, without integration, or not?
Yeah, because that is standalone also you can use if you need. If you want that
Mm.
token, suppose you don't have S/4HANA, right? So that is
Mm.
not tightly integrated that actually you need to use the S/4HANA, because DMC also provides a maintenance screen for creating a material, right? So you can
Mm.
create a material. It also
Mm.
provides a screen that create the order. So you can create the order as well. So you
Right.
can use it
Right.
if you
Mm.
don't have a S/4HANA system. But actually, if
Mm.
you have the S/4HANA system, so no need to create the same thing again manually in DMC. Whatever the
Mm.
master data that you are already maintaining in one place, so better transport it or import it from there to DMC.
Mm. Understand.
And the main thing is that there is a one another difference is also for SAP ME that is existing on-premise solution. So that is only working for the discrete manufacturing. Okay, DMC is used for both process manufacturing as well as there is a discrete manufacturing.
Mm.
And SAP ME is only built for discrete manufacturing. You can do your process manufacturing also with the SAP ME, but there is a lot of custom configuration and custom enhancement you have to do. But
Mm.
as a standard, that is built only for discrete manufacturing.
Yeah.
So you can here you can understand there is a hybrid DMC landscape. So suppose you have already SAP ME, right? And you want that to use only the Rio. So you will go for the only the Rio subscription.
Mm.
Okay. And you can um, use this particular feature. And if you are already on cloud, your manufacturing is happening on cloud. So I don't think there is a meaning to take a standalone Rio subscription.
Mm.
Here you can see there are plant one, plant two, and 5, 6, right? So up to 7, the plants are there, right? And here you can see there is a DMC. So this is for the execution, this is the insight.
Mm.
So how that is connected? The DMC is connected to S/4HANA ERP system, right? And
Mhm.
then actually it's you can see the for the transactional data, right? Or you can say there is a master data, or it is the machine data.
Yeah.
So and also you can see one thing here, that SAP Analytics Cloud. So you can also use SAP Analytics Cloud. That is another application from SAP. That is
Yeah, for
for
reporting. Mhm.
yeah, right,
Mm.
for reporting actually or analytics. Uh, so that also you can integrate with DMC, and you can fetch the data from DMC and you can show into the report.
Mm. Yeah.
So here you can see there's a one S4 HANA system that is connected to the multiple plant. Suppose there is a material need to be transferred to uh, a DMC, right? Right now it is the DMC. These all are the plant on DMC. But suppose just consider that there is a one company, they have a seven plant, right? So they are all the plant is not on the DMC, but actually some of the plant is there in a on-premise. Okay. So these are all the on-premise plants. So they are using only one S4 HANA system and they are connected to the plant one, plant two, and there is a plant 3 and plant 4. In this particular region there are 3 plant. So can you see, and even at the cloud, whatever the plants there on the cloud, that is also connected to the same S4 HANA system. So one S4
Mhm.
HANA system can be connected to the multiple plant, even that is on that plant is on available on premise or it is on the cloud. Only the connection will be changed. Okay. It
Yeah.
means uh, here actually on the cloud it will go through the CPI and then actually it will update here. And your S4 HANA you are using, that is not on S4. There is a two S4 HANA, right? One is for the on-premise and one is for on cloud. So
Yes.
on
Right.
cloud S4 HANA is not S4 HANA cloud. And
Mhm.
when you are saying that S4 HANA only, the meaning is that you are referring to the on-premise S4 HANA.
Mhm.
So on-premise S4 HANA you have, and if you want to connect to the cloud one, so in that case you need a cloud connector as well. Okay, so
Mhm.
that actually go through the cloud connector, that all data. Cloud
Yeah.
connector, it will be connected to the cloud and then actually CPI, and then actually it will go to DMC. So
Eh,
this is the Mhm.
no, one question. If I have, for example, plant one and plant two, if I have MII or ME or
Mhm.
maybe MII or ME is complementary or substitute of with DMC, or I can have DMC and forget MII or not. Yes.
See, anyway, ME and MI are going to be its services going to be end by 2027.
Mhm.
Okay. Eh, because SAP already told to its customers that actually we are not going to support ME and MI after
Mhm.
27.
Okay.
So whoever is using ME and MI,
Mhm.
so they have to shift to the DMC or CPI. So mainly MI is mainly used for, if you have worked on MI, so MI is mainly used for manufacturing integration and intelligence. It means it is the integration system which is used to integrate multiple system, and then it has also a
Mhm.
capability that is can build the reports on that integrated systems data. Okay, so
Yes.
so this thing they told that actually you can map your business process in DMC and CPI, because CPI is now the universal integration system for the cloud.
Mm.
Okay, so
Okay.
MI parts you can do either in CPI, or if there is a not a huge one, then that also can be done in a DMC.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, if there is a huge integrations or are there, so in that case better go for the CPI. So there are many MI project right now going to the directly to the CPI, because if they are only using the integration, right?
Mm.
So there are many projects they only use MI for integration. They are not using any execution or reporting. Just they are using for the integration. It means data is coming from different system and they are sending to some other system. So those type of project directly can shift it to the CPI. Okay. So on the CPI, they can write their write flow and integration flow, and they can route the message from one system to another system.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
so this based on the situation, what all if you are using MEMI both, then in that case you need to think what all tasks actually you can do itself in DMC, because there is also extension provisions are there, and what all tasks actually you should do in a CPI.
Mm.
Okay, if you are moving from MEMI to a DMC.
Okay. Yeah.
So after till now actually might it might happen that SAP will extend the date, but till now from SAP that is 2027 they will after 2027 they will not going to support MEMI.
Mm. Okay, I understand.
So this so DMC actually you can use in a hybrid mode as well. In a if you have some plants on your
And
own premise and some
one
plant on.
question,
Hmm.
doesn't exist an easy way to migrate or not to migrate from MII to DMC? For example, if one company want to migrate MII to, or you need to rebuild everything. Or not?
So see, till now there is no tool provided by SAP that actually they can migrate MEMI to DMC. Okay,
Mm.
so there are
Yeah.
multiple product SAP has. They have a migration tool. They you can migrate it. Okay,
Mm.
but for the MEMI, they don't have any migration tool that you can use and you can migrate to the DMC. SAP is saying that uh, directly what you can do, you have to rebuild anyway. Okay, whatever you have built in MEMI that you have to rebuild. But actually,
Mhm.
slowly you can go. You can live one production line and you can see, and one by one actually you can move to the DMC, not
Mm.
at once.
Yeah.
But there is
Okay.
no migration tool for MEMI to migrate to DMC.
Okay. Understand. Mm.
Okay, so here digital manufacturing for execution integration. So how it is integrated with the different platform. So see,
Mhm.
this is uh, digital manufacturing, right? And this is S4 HANA Cloud, and this is S4 HANA on premise. Okay,
Mm.
and SAP manufacturing execution is nothing but SAP ME system is on premise. Okay,
Mm.
here SAP business network asset collaboration, and here production connector that was I was saying that this is the replacement of Pico now. Okay,
Mm.
the production connector. So production
Production
connector
connector is like a new plant connectivity, you say. Uh-huh.
that is actually similar to that, you can say, or you can uh, there is a Pico plant connectivity is a software that is you are using to connect with the machine. So this is
Mm.
also the same software production connector that is also connecting to your shop floor machines. So either Pico or production connector you can use.
Mm.
No
Okay,
need to
understand.
use both at once. Any one you can choose. This is
Mm.
actually the latest tool from SAP, and Pico is coming from earlier.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So actually, SAP is also saying that slowly, I think in some time, actually, they will come directly to the production connector.
Mm.
But actually, the interface wise and everything is very similar to the Pico. So if you have worked on Pico, so it is not difficult for you to work on the production connector.
Mm.
So Here you can see there is a S/4HANA Cloud, S/4HANA on-premise, SAP ME on-premise, BTP, that is a cloud platform integration. Now, and sorry, BTP CPI. So earlier actually it was known as the cloud platform integration, and now actually it is earlier it was known as the CPI. Now actually they are saying only CI. Okay,
Mm.
so that's actually the changes happens on a regular basis from SAP. So
Yeah,
let's
but
understand
mm,
actually what how all this system are integrated. Okay,
mm,
so if I'm taking first that S4 HANA, right? So
mm,
S4 HANA on premise. So how it's connected? So can you see S4 HANA is on your on premise data center. So in that
mm,
case, you cannot directly connect your S4 HANA to digital manufacturing. Okay.
mm,
Here directly you cannot connect. So what is the way that you can see here? There is a cloud connector.
mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here this is your CPI. Okay.
Mm,
So cloud connector is connecting to the S4 HANA on premise. It is making this S4 HANA on premise system on cloud, and then it's connected to the CPI, and then CPI is connecting to the digital manufacturing. So earlier I
mm.
also told that actually SAP digital manufacturing is connected to S4 HANA through CPI.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm,
but actually here if you are going in a more depth, so it is coming the cloud connector as well,
mm,
because first you need to use the cloud connector, then only your on-premise system will be exposed to cloud,
mm.
and then it will be CPI and then digital manufacturing. Are you
Yeah.
getting?
And one question, the for example, you put manufacturing execution, ME. That is required, and maybe I, today, for example, it's necessary to have that. It's required to have that, or it's good. It's nice to have. It's nice to have that to take to integrate it with SAP DMC or not, or you can
Yeah,
discard.
this is, see, this is not mandatory, right? But this is actually it is saying that what is the capability it's showing with respect to the integration. Okay.
Yeah, yes. No, but
So
my question is ME, SAP ME, manufacturing execution, but in the on-premise system, on the left side, in the left side,
yeah,
the
right here, right,
yeah,
left side. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That today also that will be replicated, deprecated or not?
Yeah, that will be also deprecated. But
Mm.
actually, why this actually SAP whenever are saying to the client that actually come to the DMC, right?
Mm.
Actually, even
Ah, yeah.
so actually they are also giving some way that still you can use the SAP ME and you can come to the cloud. Okay. So
Mm.
if you have already their SAP ME that you are using, use it for some time. Okay. I'm not saying that scrap it right away. Okay.
Mm.
So for that, actually, they are giving some way that you can connect it. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
So for that reason, it's given. And this is all actually you can keep it as a optional as well. Okay. It
Yes.
means this is not a mandatorily that you have to integrate your SAP AMI to the digital manufacturing cloud.
Mm.
As I told
Okay.
you one scenario earlier, like a Rio, right? If you
Mm.
are taking only the license for the Rio on DMC, you will not get for the execution. Only for the resource orchestration you will get. So
Mm.
what you will do with resource orchestration, because you don't have the manufacturing execution here available.
Mm.
So by only resource orchestration, you can use it through your on-premise. That's the reason I told that this is one scenario that if you have SAP ME and SAP ME does not have a resource orchestration feature, if you want to use that, so SAP is now not going to give that feature directly for the on-premise. They have added this feature on cloud, but they have also given a provision that you can use this feature to your on-premise ME as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So for that reason, actually, it's there. So it is the capability. It's showing that what all integration capability that DMC have. It doesn't mean that it is there that you have to. It should be in your landscape. Okay. It should not be in your landscape. But actually, if you have, and if you have a scenario like that, so you can use this approach.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So here you can see there is a S4HANA Cloud. So S4HANA Cloud is directly connecting to DMC. Okay. It doesn't need any cloud connector or CPI as well.
All right.
Directly, if you are using S4HANA Cloud. But in case of S4HANA on-premise, you need this cloud connector, CPI, and that.
Yeah.
Because in S4HANA Cloud, as you know, this is also a SaaS application, and there actually will be not having a more flexibility that you can write the custom code and all. Right. So actually, it's very limited configuration should be there, but actually you cannot do a more modification like a custom things. And then actually you can see there is a plant connector through that cloud connector for you are connecting to the production connector, or you can write here the Pico. So Pico or the production connector is always this is a software that actually always should be there on the on-premise only. Okay, mostly.
Yeah.
Because this is
Yes.
very near to the machines and all. So here you will be using a cloud connector to expose your Pico or plant connector to at the cloud level. And when this your particular on-premise system, Pico or plant connector is visible to the cloud through cloud connector, then actually it will be connected to digital manufacturing. Okay. So the one thing you can remember that whenever on-premise system need to be integrated with cloud, in that case, the cloud connector is needed. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you can see there is a how actually now I'm going a little bit in depth. Okay. So here you can see digital manufacturing for execution integration. So SAP a business technology platform. Okay. So this is nothing but the BTP. So BTP is at the higher level, and inside that only all the SaaS applications are there. So because SAP is managing all it through the BTP global account. So
Yeah.
if you don't have the BTP global account, you will not be able to subscribe the DMC or CPI or any SaaS or SaaS applications, or there is a cloud services that is available. So they are tracking it through on global account. If you have a global account, then only you are going to subscribe their services and you are going to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
So digital manufacturing having that there is the execution, resource orchestration, and there is a production process designer. Okay. These three parts suppose.
Yeah.
So here in the first, there is a SAP cloud integration. So this is nothing but CPI or CI now. Okay. Cloud integration. Earlier it was known as the cloud integration. After that, they have given a name at the CPI, Cloud Platform Integration, and then now actually only CI Cloud Integration. So digital manufacturing execution will be connected to the CPI, and then actually you can see there is a firewall, right? This is the on-premise system. Your S/4HANA is on on-premise. Your SAP manufacturing execution, SAP ME system is on-premise. Your plant connector or there is a plant connectivity is also on-premise. So whenever there is a on-premise system, so there will be the firewall, right, to the internet and your intranet, right? So always there is a firewall, and to cross communication, you need there is a cloud connector, and then only your system will be exposed. So after using the cloud connector, you can connect your S/4HANA to your digital manufacturing or your SAP ME to the digital manufacturing. And Pico. Pico actually, you can see directly you can use the cloud connector and you can connect to the DMC. Here in a case of Pico integration, you can see there's a cloud integration or CPI is not needed, right?
Yeah, directly.
Because
Mm.
because here there's no need of CPI because you are not going to do any modification or any the custom thing
Right.
here. Directly,
Mm.
actually, you are connecting to, you are exposing your system to the cloud through cloud connector, and then it will be directly accessing to DMC. It will accessible to the DMC.
Mm.
The same thing that was here, right? It's
Yeah.
connecting the production connector. There was no CPI in between. But
Mm.
connecting to the S/4HANA, there is a CPI. Connecting to the manufacturing on premise, there is a CPI.
Mm. And you can buy only the insights module.
Yeah, you can buy only Insight as well. That actually I showed you here.
Yeah, you put a standalone, but you put both. Both you can put. You can buy together or in Rio or DMC insights or only DMC insights alone.
No, see, if you need only DMCI,
Yeah.
DMC Insight, it means you just want to do it for the reporting purposes,
Yeah.
right? So you can only go for it. If you are going for Rio,
Mm.
right? So Rio is the it means the component or application inside DMC that is mainly used for your uh, scheduling the resources, labor, and tool, right?
Mm.
So in that case, you should have the resources, labor, and tool to schedule. So where you will use that? If you are going only for a standalone needs, so in that case, actually you should have the SAP ME on premise.
Mm. Okay.
So for that reason, SAP has separated it that you can go for it a standalone, or you can
Mm.
go for it a standalone. Why? Because of that, there are many companies they are using a on-premise SAP MEMI, right? For that, for them actually they have separated it. But if you want to come completely on cloud, so no need to go for the separate license for this. Directly go to the DMC that will include your DMC, Rio, Edge component. So this is the complete package.
Mm. Okay, I understand.
Okay, so here it's fine. You got it right. How the system integrated with digital manufacturing.
Yeah, and yes, I got it.
Now I'm coming one again little bit deeper, right?
Mm.
So earlier actually we talked directly about S4 HANA connected to the DMC, right?
Mm. Yeah.
But what all things we are connecting? So here you can see there is a S4 HANA and here is the DMC. So
Mm.
DMC, you can see there is in a term of DMC, there is a inbound, right?
Yeah.
And there is a outbound. So inbound and outbound. So these all are the master data. Okay, this is the master data and this is the transactional data. So in a master data, actually, you can see the material, work center, bill of material, all these are coming. In a transactional data, production order, planned order, floor stock receipt. So these all are the transactional data. So from SAP S/4HANA or ERP system, you can transfer all this data to DMC. So this is now deeper that actually you now understand that what all things you can transfer. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can transfer material, you can transfer work center, bill of material, production order. There is a planned order, floor stock. So all these things you can transfer to DMC.
Yeah.
Now from DMC, the transactional data, right? You can transfer to the, it will suppose there is a, in a DMC, you are doing the execution. So at the time of doing the execution, you are doing the confirmation, right? I have built one quantity on this operation. I have consumed this particular, because the actual consumption that is happening at your DMC, right? In a floor, they are using
Yeah.
the particular component. So all these informations will be sent back to ERP system. So ERP system will always be in sync. Okay. What is, if that production order is completed, so DMC will send that confirmation to the ERP system that this particular production order has been completed. So it will mark this as a complete in S/4HANA. So you don't have to do a manual thing here. Operation confirmation they are doing. They have completed one operation, it will complete in a ERP system also. So this is the, that is the reason I had written there the real-time integration to S/4HANA. So whatever the work you are doing in a digital manufacturing, it will be moving back here to S/4HANA. It's updating here as well. Okay. And it is like equipment, right? Suppose you have a SAP Business Network Asset Collaboration access. So you can import the equipment. This is the database for equipment. You can say there are multiple OEM, they are integrated with this. So
Yeah,
you
I
can,
know that tool. That tool.
yeah. So here actually you can find right now, I don't know if all the OEM is integrated or not, but slowly all the OEM will come one day. Okay, in the SSD Business Network Asset Collaboration. So,
Then from DMC is created the equipment to business network asset collaborator, or not?
yeah, you have an option that actually you can connect your DMC system to asset collaboration, and from there you can create the equipment. Finally, in a DMC, you are using the equipment also for your um, manufacturing process, right? It means the machines you are using,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So that actually directly you can import from there. So all the configuration, right? The equipment model, what is the model of that equipment, who is the manufacturer, what all tags are there. So all these things will be imported from network asset collaboration.
Mm.
So you don't, even you have an option that you can manually create that equipment in DMC. Okay. But you have also the option that you can connect to the SAP uh, business network asset collaboration, and that will be automatically created for you.
Yeah, understand.
And digital manufacturing, you can see there is a, suppose in case of SAP extended warehouse management, EWM. So it's also connected to the EWM. So what all that EWM can send the data, like there is a MES driven staging method download. So these things actually stock change notification. If there is anything happening in a stock change, it will communicate to DMC. And DMC also will communicate to the EWM. If you are using the EWM, it does not mandatorily that you are using EWM. If you are only using the S/4HANA, you can go with this. If you are using the EWM also, there is a provision that you can use. the integration.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is also, I think, this ERP process. This is almost same. That is only there's a different screen. Yeah, that is a similar. Let me see this. Okay. So here, suppose you are coming. So you can see there is a IDOC, there is a BAPI. How
Mm.
the communication happen
Yeah.
from S4HANA ERP system? It's coming to SAP Cloud Integration CPI. The integration happens and the communication happens through IDOC. Okay,
Mm.
and then actually it's go and it will update into the digital manufacturing. And digital manufacturing also send the confirmation that go through CPI, but it's update into the ABAP system or S4HANA system. Okay,
Mm.
through BAPI services, because whatever actually we are updating into the S4HANA system, so we are using the BAPI or RFC,
Mm.
and through that only we are updating or fetching some data. So IDOC is
Understand.
only for your one way. Actually, it
Master
will,
data. Only for the master
yeah,
data? Oh.
master data or transactional data you are sending. But whatever the digital manufacturing wants to update there in a ERP system, so that is happening through BAPI services.
Mm.
And
Okay.
SAP, whatever the SAP is pushing to DMC, you can understand like a push or pull mechanism. So whatever the SAP is pushing to DMC, that is happening through IDOC.
Mm.
And whatever the DMC is retrieving or pushing to S4HANA, that is happening through BAPI.
Okay.
Because SAP DMC doesn't know IDOC, right? So actually IDOC is a concept for S4HANA only. In DMC, there is no concept of the IDOC. So
Yeah,
here that's the
understand.
reason actually there is a CPI in between that converting your IDOC to
Yeah.
uh, DMC under a stable language between the in a XML, and then actually it's updating the data in a DMC.
Yeah, understand. The cloud integration need to translate the IDOC to XML to.
Yeah. So for that reason here actually it's being used.
Mm. Okay, understand.
And same thing actually it is happening here also. If you want some modification you can do, and it will use the BAPI. And here the cloud
Mm.
connector will be used, and then it will be updated into the ERP system.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So here you can see the all step actually. One, build HTTP connection. You have to build from S4HANA to uh, CPI and then digital manufacturing. You have to set up DRF, data replication framework in S4HANA.
Mm.
And the third, you can see connect SAP cloud integration to SAP digital manufacturing, means CPI to digital manufacturing. Four is that connect SAP digital manufacturing to SAP cloud, means this part. Five, install cloud connector. You have to install the cloud connector as well for the communication, because this is on available in on-premise
Mm.
S4HANA. So in that case, cloud connector is needed. So this six to seven step you have to do for integration of S4HANA to DMC for back and
Mm.
forth. Okay.
And one question, yeah, this part I integrate, I understood. But one point about the age concept. What means age concept?
What is the age concept?
Yes, age, right?
Yeah, that age actually mainly used for, see, actually this is the cloud application. DMC is the cloud application, right? And this is on cloud.
Yes,
So
yeah.
sometimes happens actually the connection perspective, right? If you think about the connection perspective, always the internet and everything will be a very strong, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
what will happen? It will, if the internet is down or something,
Yeah.
so you will not be able to perform your execution on floor. Your plant will completely shut down, right?
Mm.
So there is a connection perspective. They also provided an edge application, right? That what it will do, it will, the concept is like your plant will still run, okay,
Mm.
and it will put whatever the data gets generated into edge, and then when the connection will up, it will sync it to the DMC.
Okay,
Okay, so
understand.
in that respect, actually, they are using the concept age, and they are also working on the age part as well.
But the production connector have that functionality also
Yeah,
or not?
production connector is available. Yeah, production connector is available. That is actually similar to Pico, so that is available. Age is
Both
also,
are available.
yeah. See, they cannot scrap directly the Pico, right? So Pico and production connector both are available. Still from SAP, there is no recommendation which one actually. It means there is nothing there that they are going to scrap Pico. So you
Mm.
are free to use Pico, or there is a plant connector. Anyone you can use.
Mm.
But actually better if you are going for first time licensing, you have already the license for the Pico, you can go for the Pico. If you are going for the fresh one, so better to take the plant connector also for the future perspective,
Right.
because that is the
Understand.
latest one.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
So is there any question or any doubt till now? So
No, it's
just I
very
wanted to,
clear. Mm.
yeah, just I wanted to know, just I wanted to give you some brief introduction with this digital manufacturing is for HANA, how the integration framework works. So I think it will be better if you will go and enter into the system and do something. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. No, not very good, very good. No, only um, for me, what happened for me is today is insights that model is very interesting for me. Insights model. Yeah, is very is also other models I like to know obviously, but insights is really interesting. But what happened in my world, in my world, in my I don't know, SAP plant maintenance world and other things. I know about production planning also. I know, but in my world, in plant maintenance world, also some companies are using MII for something similar to insights, right?
Yeah,
Yes, to insight mainly, and sometimes the people ask me about that things that for that for me is very good to know a lot of things about insights and a production connector and age and integration, whatever. That would be nice to know. And the other things about the production also is nice to have the production part and whatever the execution for production order, material bomb, all that things is nice to have, nice to know, but nice to know, right? But the insights is very important for me. Yeah.
yeah. For the insight, actually, see, there are very uh, minimum number of there is a tiles available for the insight. If you are go for more insight, so for that there is a SAP analytics tool, right? So that
Yeah.
analytics tool also you can use and integrate with DMC, and you can build a better insight in analytics, SAP analytics on cloud,
Yeah, I
because that
understand.
is, that also can be integrated, and there actually any complex things are there. So there you can do it. You can get a better insight and the better
Yeah.
reports as well.
Yeah, understand. But also
because
you say dashboards also. That dashboards are from insights or not? That dashboards.
dashboard is mainly used for the execution
Ah, yeah.
because uh, the dashboards that you are configuring, that is mainly for the production operator and supervisor who is working on the floor. So
Mm,
that screen is mainly to take the input from operator. So operator is mainly interacting to that screen.
yeah, understand. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
understand.
insight, when the insight comes, only actually if you have a production data, right? Execution data, on that
Mm,
only the insight can be built.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you have any doubt or any question? So for today, actually, we can stop here. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's fine.